Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Benedict Howard, and this is a special eBody Fusion hangout for today, day after Christmas. So it's Boxing Day in England, and it's Saturday now, 9 o'clock in Hawaii time. And I just wanted to welcome you and also to wish you and your families the best for Christmas and the New Year's. And I'm sure you guys are like having lots of fun. I know I did yesterday, went to the beach, and oh my God, it felt so good to lie there in the sun and not have another care in the world. And there was Maui over in the distance there, and the long, about a mile long white sand beach, which I ran many times up and down yesterday in my in my happiness, and it was like delightful. And then for Christmas dinner, we went out to an Indian restaurant and had a wonderful Indian dinner. And today I want to talk about the electrical aspects of working and how the skin really interacts with the body in terms of electricity and the nervous system. And to give you a heads up on that, and I'm going to follow up that next week with my monthly broadcast, and I'm going to do a fuller presentation of this. But it's a really important thing to understand when you're using microcurrent electricity, like us guys do, to achieve extraordinary results with people who are in pain, no matter whether it's back pain, hip pain, whatever the pain is. And there's a lot more that goes on in that as well, because the nervous system, when you start to tingle it with electricity, it responds in very, very unique ways. And so it actually is a long-term solution to acute, but especially chronic pain situations. And in my body, I've been remarkably successful at using this technology from a crippling accident that I had when I was like 14 and a wall fell on my head, compromised my neck and shoulders and lower back later on when I was about 16, 17. I was like massive pain. And thanks to this microcurrent technology, which I'm going to show you about and introduce you to more, it's phenomenal. Also, I want to cover the aspect of we have a special going on now, which closes out tomorrow. So let's just take a quick look at that and see what we're doing there. Basically, what I have is three specials. One is on the vertebra, and you're going to need to sign in on that. And I'm not going to mention any prices on this Hangout simply because prices are available right now and they'll be gone. And I don't want you to feel, that you missed out or guilty or whatever. But really, it's a phenomenal opportunity right now to get the vertebra and also to get my 3-month training at a ridiculously low cost of 57% off the retail price. And you can go directly to that actually on the training page there. If you go up above and to my site, ebodyfusion.com, and go to training. And, and then when you have looked at all of the details that we have, if you click on one of those, I think it's yellow links there, you'll be able to see the sales page there. So if you want to grab that, I've discounted it super heavily, 57% off. It's not bad, and we've been getting phenomenal results with people this year. And if it hadn't been Christmas and I had more time this morning and hadn't been feeling so laid back, I would have arranged and got some of those testimonials. But they are absolutely phenomenal. Like we've managed, or the people that have come into the training working on themselves have managed to really change their lives and to really get better at what they're doing and to enjoy their lives more fully and start to play tennis again and start to run again and bike again and get out of the house more or get out of the bed even. And it's actually beyond that. And really coming into 2016, I want to talk about, let's make this year the year for you to get really, really healthy. And that's the title of this hangout. So let's make 2016 the year for you to get really healthy. And as a wellness coach, I'm really there and available to help you in that. And in getting to the right diets and all of the right foods and everything else that you need in order to make that happen. So let's see if I can get the screen share thing happening here. I have some slides that I've put together for you today, and I wanted to get those up and running. So let me see if I can pull this one. Actually, I'm going to open it up in another program. That's what I'll do. And that way I've got it for sure. So just bear with me just a few moments. And because it wasn't showing up in, there we go, share, send to, open with, where are you? Here we go. And now this isn't a very big slide, but it'll show you what I'm thinking. If I could do it, let's see. Yes, I got it here. Here we go. And okay, no, I'm in the hangout. Yeah. So as you guys, I'm sure know, is that the green drinks are a super healthy way of getting fit. Um, Not only do they have all of the powerful nutrients in a good organic and nutrient soil rich, so you get all of the trace minerals, but also you're getting all of these wonderful phytochemicals and all of the antioxidants and the qualities that a good green drink, live green drink produces. Now, when you do this in a blender, for instance, it has a different effect on the cellulose than if you would be using a masticating blender or juicer. And the reason is that the fibers in a blended drink actually get so chewed up that they no longer have the properties of normal fibers in terms of like removing metals, heavy metals from the body. So if you can get a detox, excuse me, if you can get a masticating, I know they're expensive juicer, they don't crush those fibers. Now this year, uh, Natural News, Mike Adams, has a lab that he's put together, and he's shown conclusively the difference on that. And I suggest you research it because it's important. Now, there are ways of getting those fibers into the body because those are the ones that you really want to use for metal detox. And I've been using a pecto, I forget the name, pecto, gosh, I had it downstairs. And it's got tons of the right length of fiber because what happens in the body is that the the heavy metals actually get picked up by those fibers and then they sit between the fibers, especially after they've been masticated. But in the fibers that have been gone through a normal blender, it doesn't pick out those heavy metals nearly so well. And of course, detoxing is a huge part of what you guys and myself, all of us need to do all the time. And so, green drinks and that sort of thing is highly important. Nutrition, good nutrition, and of course, exercise too. And of course, as your energy levels begin to boost up, then of course you've got more energy to do the exercise. And when you use the microcurrent devices, like you guys know about, because you're on my list, and I've only invited you guys to this, so it's pretty exclusive. Is that with the microcurrent biofeedback devices, we can also achieve similar results as if you were drinking these green drinks. Now, this is kind of like a long story, and I'm going to abbreviate it very quickly, is that what happens with the electricity when it comes into the body is it can detox the body very, very quickly. And that's something we know about. We've been, you know, cognizant about. A lot of people went through detoxes in the training this year. And so that's actually something that you want to do. And when you can do it, you've got like this much, much better way that you can really rejuvenate the body. Now, the other things, properties of electricity, there's a video that you guys kind of like need to look at. And it's in the playlist on Hangouts, and it's an earlier one that I did about a year ago, and it's called The 7 Healing Secrets of Electricity. And in that video, there's actually a very good interview with one of the clients, and Sean is his name. He talks about how when he was, I think it's like 10 or 20 years ago, he was he was a mountain biker freak, and he had a nasty, nasty over the cliff down his back. Oh, and ended up that all of his ribs were broken, spine was broken in several places, and he survived. God bless him. And he had been an instructor for Bikram yoga. Well, if you're like me, I do Ashtanga yoga, and Bikram is very, very similar, except it's a little hotter. And I've done the Bikram and I love it as a yoga exercise, but boy, is that one grueling in that 100-degree heat or warmer. And he had been an instructor, and I know that Bikram has exceedingly tough prerequisites for his people that are training. And so Sean had managed to go through that and taught Bikram for years, but he was always in massive pain. And like with his family, he never knew when he would be, you know, feeling itchy or in a family situation. He never knew when he was going to need to get out and need to get some rest because he was in so much pain. And in that video, he talks about his recovery using microcurrent with me and the training that I provided with him to successfully remove the pain and give him his life back. And he's absolutely blown away. So in that same video called Seven Healing Secrets of Electricity, then you will find out more detailed uh, ways that electricity works on the body. And I'm not going to go into that. I really want to focus on another aspect of electricity this morning with you. And that is how the nerves, and let's go to this slide here just a moment, see if I can pick it up quickly for you guys. And it's not this one, so close that one out. Go back to the file, folders. Yeah, here's one of them. Here we go. Open with paint. Let's make it a bit bigger. Yeah, and then I can scroll down. Yeah, and the importance of share that so you guys can see it. There we go. Share. Should be coming up on your screen. There we go. Wow. Hangouts is working much better than it used to. So when we work with the spine, and this is what we teach in the Ninja 3, the big kahuna. When we work on the spine and we balance the electricity in and around the spinal column here, we're affecting all of these different organs underneath. And the reason for that is that in the embryo, the development of the skin and the nerves are at the very similar time, if not the same time. And what happens, of course, is that the nerves start grow into the skin, and then they grow, and then they link back to the organs. And all of these nerves that come out of, say, the cervicals here up at the top here in the purple, where they affect the eyes and the thymus and I'm not sure what that one is, the ears. Um, oh, head, neck, and hands. Oh yeah, and then the limbs too come off here as well. So, excuse me, I'm not a medical professional in this, but I just know tons of practical experience of this. So if you have any of these situations in these organs over on the right, or the hands and neck, then those are all being affected by the nerves out of the neck region here. And as we go down the chest into the organs of the chest, we now have like the heart and the lungs. And so those nerves that come out of these vertebrae go into the heart and the lungs. And then lower down, we go into the abdomen, and we've got the liver and the intestines and the stomach and the spleen, etc. And those nerves come out of this pink region. And then below, in the pelvis and the legs, we've got those nerves coming out below. So in the Ninja 3, which is the professional level of my scanner or PCM's training, and if you have another type of scanner, I mean, the PCM is such an advanced unit, it really covers all of those other scanners too. So this sale or this training would be appropriate for you as well. And so when you're applying this to the skin, and let me show you another slide, and I want to share some of my practical experience with this, because it was through actually using this a lot and knowing a little bit about the chart that I showed you. Uh, here is a slide from me. Here we go. Let's put that up on the share. And here's another slide that I want to show you. This is from years ago. This is when I was like younger, and and how the scanner creates a combination of waveforms, power, and frequencies to optimize tissue regeneration. And of course, that's what it does, because when these signals tingle the nerve fibers, it releases the body's own pharmacopoeia of, of all sorts of stuff into the body, into the blood, and into the body. And it allows those degenerative discs to rebuild, literally, MRI proven. And so when you're using this a lot, and this was a little device that we had back then in my left hand there, which unfortunately they discontinued. And actually, this device was so amazing, despite the claims made by some of the doctors in this field who have been mixing it. I don't believe they ever used it. Um, and we got phenomenal results all the way from Lyme disease to you name it. And in the trainings when I started training 2008. So I've been doing this a lot. And so when you have this sort of combination here, you know, it takes a lot of work to do it. Obviously, to get all of those parts of the body on the spine, for instance, you need to be able to do that. And it just takes time. And but the results are absolutely so rewarding. It's just amazing. So this photo here of me, I think that was '08. Yeah, I think it was like '08 or something. And so it's been it's been many years, and actually I've got a lot healthier stamina wise than I was back then. So that was what, 8 years ago or so, back when I was 56. And yeah, 56. So that was one. And then I have some other slides I want to show you. So just bear with me because it's all part of this story. And I'm sure, sorry, I haven't organized this a little bit better, but that's what we got. And so, you know, if you want to get off this drama of, you know, being in this, you know, being in pain and having a lot of pain and and resolving the underlying issues of that pain, in other words, get off this medical hamster wheel, then then that's what I'm about. I'm really about helping you, assisting you in getting off this medical treadmill. And it's been quite extraordinary how we've been able to manage that over a wide range of people, a wide range of conditions. And, you know, so take advantage of the special that I've got running now. I only do this once a year. And, and actually it's the vertebra, which I'll talk about in a moment, um, is on a huge sale at the moment. So it's worthwhile picking it up just for the savings that you get on that. Uh, and I'll detail you the uh, the the qualities. I mean, the training that I have that's going with that, which is actually a group study. And last night, or actually this morning, earlier this morning, where am I going? I'm going back to my slides here. Oh, I want to talk about this one too. So just bringing in these different concepts to you right now. If you followed my Hangouts over the last few months, you'll know some of this stuff. So bear with me. I don't want to repeat it, but I do want to drive it home. Um, that it is so important to realize that we have been hoodwinked into believing that you know, that life is different than what we think it is. And and Mike Adams, who of course is one of my favorites writers here, um, he wrote a really good book. And if you PM me, I'll send you a copy of this. It's called The Illusion of Disease. And in it, he details how the system has been used to create this disease type of syndrome, not only from a mental point of view, but also from emotional. And it's really hoodwinked us all into believing that we're sick at one level or another. And of course we are, unless we're eating the good foods and exercising right. and or being in the proper relationships, in doing the work that you enjoy, and all of those qualities that really bring joy to the heart, and everything else falls in place because of it. So in the illusion of disease, Mike Adams is basically talking about the power of words, and the power of words from the priesthood of the medical profession, and how they hoodwinked a large percentage of the American population and around the planet into believing that they have diseases that are incurable. And when you do have those diseases, they give you precisely, exactly the wrong type of medication for it. And that's been our medical profession, as you guys know, and it's sick, but it's true. And so in the illusion of disease, Mike Adams is talking about many, many different ways that this has been hoodwinked upon us. Many, 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 many different ways. And take a read of that. But it's just be aware of that. It's really about coaching you to get off those old thought forms and to embrace a life that can be free of pain. And of course, my main market is people with pain, but it doesn't have to be just pain. For instance, it's like we have a coach here, a sports coach here that I've been training this year, and we're just about to lay out the training for the vertebra right now. In fact, I was talking with him this morning, texting back. He's in China, working with one of the top medalists, swim medalists there. And we're going to be introducing the vertebra to him. And the vertebra looks like this. Let me just quickly show it up if you don't know what it looks like. Um, it's this device. And you can see this. This is how, and this is why I was referring to those um, photographs earlier on, where we have, whoops, everything's sliding off my desk here. And so the spine is all the way up and down here, all the way to the bottom of this. And so we can get access and we can charge up all of those nerves just with this one thing lying on it. And so it's no complicated application protocols like in the Ninja 3, the big corner, or it's no real big time consuming and kind of energy consuming way that we used to brush the body down in order to get all of the skin excited. And this thing does it all in one thing. So more on that in just a little bit. But I just wanted to let you know that that's what we're putting together, and we've got a great team of people that I'm going to be working with that we're going to do this with. So it's really extraordinary, and it's such a great way to bring in the new year. And I will be really working with this technology a huge amount, because literally instead of just having one electrode, which is this is the DENAS, which is the entry level for everybody. If you don't have one of these, get it. And if you look at the page on the DNAS at ebodyfusion.com, you can see I've got a training on this, a 7-day training that comes with it, especially when you get the professional pack. Now on those devices with the professional pack, and let's go to a screen share again, and let me set that up. The professional pack has a whole bunch of different accessories that go with it, and those accessories again make your life a lot easier. And so let's blow this up a little bit, and then I'll put it onto you so that you can see it. And let's see, this slide is here. Share. Well, I can't believe how fast this is coming up on. Okay, so in here, what we've got is well, in this case, it's the DENAS PCM professional kit. Let's make it a little smaller so I can get it all on your screen. Yeah, there we go. And so the goggles, which are extraordinary for eye work, and then the foot pad, which you put your feet on there, the Reflexo, I call it the big foot. The massage set, which is this one over here, and pad set, which you can put around your back, and this acupuncture probe, which is very, very cool in terms of the detailed work you can do with the electricity coming out of this point here. And so it's a very, uh, it's a great, actually, it's a great accessory pack. They all plug into this device here. And so it's a great way for you to go. And when you got those, in the, say, the DNAS, which would be what I was showing there was actually the PCM. But in the DENAS here, when you have this, you just like plug it into there, and you can make this instrument work as well as the high-end professional units, which are coming in at around $3,000 without the accessories. So heads up on that one too. So basically, I didn't want to uh, go into any detail here. I just wanted to sort of connect with you, and if you've got questions about the actually I should go check that. If any, see if any questions have come in, and there we go. Okay. Art, hey, Art. Hey, Art, I was thinking about you this morning, and great. There's Art, and yeah, that was the only one that came in. So, Art, I was thinking about you this morning because actually that vertebra goes really well in the Dreamweaver. It fits in there perfectly, and also you'd get that training on it. So I'm going to just detail a little bit about that. That's all that I see. Oh, and maybe I should go to Facebook and see if there's anything came in from there. PM. Let's take a look quickly. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're free to move on. Right. Okay. So we're free to move on that. And sorry for the little noise that's happening above me. I've got a helicopter flying over for just a moment. I hope my voice still comes through. Maybe I need to get closer. I'm not sure. I have a new computer, so I'm not sure which mic I'm on or whatever's happening here. Yeah, so basically I'd like to go into just talking a little bit briefly about it, but I really detail that in the video that you can watch on Vertebra. Um, I showed you the device, and let's put a slide of it up. Will probably be the easiest way. I can find a slide of it. Um, moving to a new computer, I've moved all this documents around, so it's not easy. Hmm, where did I put? Not in those. There are the videos. I've got so many testimonials on the vertebra which I haven't organized yet. And if there was one way that I could do that and I don't think the sound comes out. Otherwise, I'd play you some of these videos. I could, I could try it. Let's give it a try. Uh, let's see if I can find that one and share it. No, it doesn't show on here. I've got to work out this Windows 10 stuff. Okay. No, I can't show you the. Anyway, Brandon, who had 2 sessions, woke up every morning with chronic back pain, and he had to, well, not major pain, but chronic stiffness and soreness in his back, and it took him, a while to stretch out and get moving in the morning. And after 2 sessions on the vertebra, it was 3 weeks when I last spoke to him last weekend, and he's been pain-free. Um, I've noticed that huge amounts of very deep miasm stuff from my early childhood diseases that I had coming forward for cleansing. At times, it's deeply relaxing the vertebrae, and it's kind of like having somebody work on you like a massage, and you can feel the tingles going up in your back. It's really extraordinary. We have one lady who's coming into the training. Her daughter was in an accident and car wreck, and she's paralyzed C9 down. And now I have worked with situations like this in the past, and we have, and the clients have been very successful. So this actually is an ideal tool for that type of situation. And I'm sure we'll keep you abreast of how that progress happens over the next 2 or 3 months in the Hangouts and the monthly Hangouts. And also Chris in China, who's working on the gold medalists, will have his feedback too. And I know that, when you're working with people that have their bodies tuned to the extent that a gold medalist has, the results with this type of technology are equally dramatic in their performance. Studies were done years ago with in Russia on weightlifters there, and a group of weightlifters. I think it was something like they just did the spine work. They didn't do some of the other stuff that I would have done with them, and I think that's all that they knew how to do back then. And they got dramatic results in everybody was, I forget what the average was, but it was a significant amount of kilos of extra weight that they performed that just by doing just by getting the energy flowing in the spine properly. And that's one of the things that that vertebrate really does is it really helps the energy to move up and down and sideways and everything else. So yeah, Art, I know that you're on there. We've got several viewers, and unfortunately, I can't communicate with them directly. Uh, and we've got 5, 6, 7, 8 viewers in there now. So guys, don't want to keep going on this because I can keep going, and I want to make this quick and do some other stuff this morning too. So I'm going to sign out now. If you've got any questions before the sale closes at midnight California time tomorrow, well, just give me a buzz, and and I'll answer those. Somebody has just buzzed me in here. Let me see if that's, yeah, somebody did. It's in French. I don't know what that is. Rosalind Lapointe. It take me a while to translate that. I just let me see if I can get a little bit of it. There's a link on there. J'affirme ce que sur la ligne connecte-toi. No, I don't think this has anything to do with this hangout. So, okay, I'm going to sign out here, and all the best for Christmas. Do join me on the hangout next week, same time. And if you're going to be watching a replay of the hangout, then on this side, no, hang on, let me get this right. On this side, up in that top left corner, the top right corner, there's going to be a little eye there, and you can click on that, and then it'll click to various links that I'll put in. Actually, I put in all of the hangouts. I'm not going to bother on this one because you guys are all know what I'm talking about. But that would be a way to navigate around the hangouts when you're watching a replay and get the links to the topics that I'm discussing too, so you can follow through with that. So again, all the very best to you and your family, and for 2016, make it the year for yourselves to get really, really healthy. And as a wellness coach, I'm here to serve you in that to that end, and using microcurrent and exercise and good nutrition and all of that great stuff. So aloha, God bless you. See you in the new year.